So find your seat in your chair, right? Butt in the chair. And if you can, right, knees bent, feet reaching towards the floor. Good. And if you can, see if you can sit up nice and tall. And from here, I'd like you to place one hand on your low belly and the other hand on top of that. And I'd like to introduce you to what's called belly breathing or balloon breathing. So with every inhale, can you really allow the belly to expand out like a balloon? And with every exhale, can you allow the belly to come in closer towards your spine? Right, so we breathe in and allow the belly to really balloon out. And then breathe out, allow the belly to come a little bit closer to the body. Let's see if we can do that a couple more times, like really breathing into the belly, letting it expand really big like a balloon. And then breathe out. Right, the belly comes in a little bit closer to the body. It looks so lovely. How about 2 more rounds? Big breath in, breathe into your low belly. And big breath out, release all that air. Final one like that. Big breath in to balloon into the belly. And big breath out to release all that air. Now from here, you're welcome to just release your hands down on your legs or wherever is comfortable. But as best as you can, continue to feel as if you could breathe into your low belly, finding those balloon breaths. From here, let's begin to warm up through our eyeballs, right? So something that maybe you haven't thought of before, maybe you've never done before. See if you can keep your head just as it is, right? So your head facing forward, but can you turn your eyes and gaze over to one side? So I'm starting over to my right. And I see my window there. I see my lamp over there. And then I'll gaze forward where I see all of you and I see my computer. Keeping my neck as it is, now I'll turn my gaze over towards the left. Where I can see some plants and I can see the door to this room. I see the color blue on the walls. And then we'll come back through center, gaze forward, and just do that a couple more times. So seeing if you can gaze over to one side, keeping the head more or less straight. Yeah, warming up our eyeballs and then gazing forward. And as you feel ready, see if you can turn your gaze to the other side and just sense into what you see over there. And then come back through center. And now let's move our head and turn our head over towards the right. Right, so a little bit more freedom to see what's over here. You might begin to feel this in the side of your neck. And then just slowly turn the chin forward, the gaze forward. And let's just do that on the other side. So turning your head the opposite direction, just sense into what you see over there, right? Maybe you're able to see a little bit more than you could just a moment ago. And then turn back and gaze forward. Really nice. Let's do that a couple more times. So slowly turn your head off to one side. I'm turning over to the right, just gazing around, noticing what I see. And then turn forward. Yeah, really nice. And then turn your head in the opposite direction. So I'm gazing off over to my left, but just doing the opposite direction. And then slowly come back through center. Good, beautiful. From here, let's drop our right ear down towards our right shoulder and just stretch out through the neck a little bit more. Right, you might feel as if you could continue to find those big balloon belly breaths. So lovely, everyone. And then can you hug your chin in towards your chest, right? As if you're trying to make like lots of double chins, right? And then turn the other way so that left ear comes down towards the left shoulder. Yeah, and I see some of you kind of massaging the side of the neck. If that sounds like it would feel good, you're welcome to do that. Just being really gentle with your touch. Yeah, now let's gaze up towards the ceiling. So can you lift your chin up and maybe gaze up at the ceiling, maybe see the light or the color that's on the ceiling, really opening up through the throat. And then just slowly gaze forward. And let's just do that one more time. So drop your right ear over towards your right shoulder. You might feel this gentle stretch in the side of your neck. Good. And can you hug your chin in towards your chest? Right. Find those double chins. Yeah, and then other side, left ear, left shoulder. Really nice. Yeah, and you might feel this gentle stretch in the side of the neck. Beautiful, everybody. Now, gaze forward, and one last time, let's lift the chin up. Right, so we gaze up towards the sky, up towards the ceiling, right, really opening up the front of the throat. One more big breath in. And then exhale, slowly come back through center. Good. From here, let's stay seated, but just release the arms down. Yeah, and let's shrug the shoulders up towards the ears and then drop them down. Yeah, inhale, lift the shoulders up. And exhale, allow them to release. Really nice. Yeah, a couple more like that. Breathe and lift the shoulders up as if you were surprised, right? And then exhale, lower the shoulders down. Good. Breathe and lift the shoulders up. And then breathe out, lower the shoulders down. Let's do that one more time. Looks really nice, everybody. Inhale, lift the shoulders up, scrunch them up, and then exhale, lower them down. Good. That same idea. Good. Let's add on some shoulder circles. So you might incorporate the arms a little bit. Yeah. And you might feel as if you could kind of release any tension that's in the neck or the shoulders. And if you don't want to incorporate the arms, you don't need to. Yeah, this can be done just kind of with the shoulders. Yeah, I love all the variety I see here. Just kind of warming up all these little parts of the body. Yeah. And then if you've only been going back to forward, right? Or forward to back, let's do the other direction, right? So make sure you do it in both directions. And again, this can be done with arms out wide or arms down by your side. Really nice, everybody. Just kind of warming everything up. Good. See if your breath can be really long and really deep. And then come back through center and just pause and allow the arms to rest down. Good. And then let's just add on a little bit. So see if you can take a big breath in and then reach the arms high overhead as you inhale. Yeah. And as you exhale, can you allow the arms to slowly come down back where they were? Really lovely. Yeah. Inhale, lift the arms all the way up. Yeah, you can do this standing too if you prefer. And then exhale, lower the hands on down. Yeah, now that we have our cameras on, most of us, right, we can see if maybe we can time this with our fellow classmates, right? Inhale, arms up. And exhale, lower down. Really good job. Let's do that one more time, just slowly moving through space, right? Inhale, reach up. Good work. And then exhale, lower your hands down. Good job. Take a big breath and reach your arms up. But this time we're going to switch it up a little bit. Can you release that right hand down? Maybe find the seat of your chair or the leg of your chair and then reach the left arm up and over. All right, so this is a side body stretch. You might feel this a little bit more on this side of your body. Yeah, take a really big breath in. And a really big breath out. So nice, everybody. Reach the arms high overhead. Feel as if you could really stretch through the fingers. And as you exhale, bring your left hand down. Maybe find the seat of your chair or the leg of your chair and see if you can reach that right arm up and over. Yeah. Feeling this side body stretch a little bit more on this side. So lovely. Yeah, really nice. And then reach your arms high overhead. Breathe in. And as you breathe out, twist to the right. So bring the right hand towards the back of your chair and maybe the left hand to your right leg. Yeah, beautiful. Feel as if maybe you could sit up a little bit taller. And if it feels okay on your neck, you might gaze back behind you or maybe sort of gaze over towards the right, whatever feels comfortable to you. Let's stay here and take a really big breath in through the nose. And a really big breath out through the nose. You all look so good. With your next inhale, reach your arms back up towards the ceiling. Good. And with your exhale, twist in the opposite direction. So the same idea, right? One hand might come back behind you. It might find the back of the chair. The other hand might find the opposite leg. Feel as if you could sit up a little bit taller. Yeah, and then gaze maybe back behind you or maybe just over to the left. Take a really big breath in right here. And a really big breath out right here. And then slowly turn to face towards me. And again, let's reach those arms all the way up. Beautiful. Take a really big breath in. And as you exhale, bend your elbows really wide. It's called goalpost arms. So it kind of looks like a football goalpost, right? Let's do that a couple more times. So inhale, arms way overhead. Good. And then exhale, let's goalpost those arms. Bend your elbows. Beautiful. Inhale, lift your arms up. Exhale, bend your elbows. So nice, everybody. Let's do that one more time. Inhale, reach your arms up overhead as best as you can. And then exhale, bend your elbows wide. See if you can keep them like this, right? And see if you can imagine this, that your arms become now, instead of being a goalpost, are an open book. And see if you can keep the elbows bent, but begin to close your book as you bring the elbows and the hands in front of you. Yeah. Good. Yes, just like that. A couple more times. Breathe in, open your book. Good. Yes. And then breathe out, close the book down. Yeah, now that we know that, let's continue on. A couple more. Inhale, open your book. And exhale, close your book. So lovely, everybody. Two more like that. Breathe and open your book. And breathe out, close your book. Final one. Inhale, open your book really wide. And then exhale, close your book. Good. And then just release the arms down, maybe shake them out, right? I know that was a lot of time with the arms overhead, so you might feel this a little bit in the shoulders or the back or the chest. Really good job. From here, let's begin to circle out through our wrists. So you can either keep the fingers loose or you can make soft fists. Just begin to circle our wrists, right? So we're spending a little bit more time today really warming up all these little parts of our body, right? Parts of our body that maybe don't get as much love, right, on a regular basis. And if you've just been going in one direction, see if you can go in the opposite direction as well, right? So just warming up through the wrists here. Good. And then from here, let's begin to change our motion. And I want you to flick your fingers. So as if you've just washed your hands and there's no towel. And so you're trying to get that water off, right? Just flicking your fingers. And this can be fast or this can be slow, but just waking up those fingers, right? Waking up those fingers, waking up through the wrist. Good. Awesome. So lovely. And then from here, can you give yourself a big old hug? So find opposite shoulders and maybe scrunch the shoulders up by the ears, maybe add in a little twist, right? If that feels good. But feel as if you could send your body a little bit of love, a little bit of gratitude for all that your body does for you all day long, right? All the places it gets you to. And then from here, let's straighten out through one arm and just give a gentle massage to the right arm. Right, just gentle squeezes. So always just being really gentle with ourselves, gentle with our body, right? Sending it love and care. You might feel as if you could go all the way down the hand, through the fingers. Yeah, I see some of you patting. Yeah, patting might feel nice. Yeah, really gentle. And once you feel like you've done enough on that arm, let's go do the other arm. Right, so the shoulder, maybe part of the neck, right? Really take your time. So giving ourselves just a gentle massage, a squeeze, or a pat, right? Whatever feels best to you. Yeah, and see if you can go all the way down the hand to the fingers. Yeah, just sending love to all of these parts of our body, right? Beautiful. And then just allow the hands to rest on the knees. Awesome. Once you feel ready, and from here, let's begin to transition, right? So stay where you are. I'm just going to turn so that you can see my profile, the side of my body. And together, let's take a really big breath in and find cow pose. So for cow, we lift our chest up and we lift our chin up towards the ceiling. We might even gaze up towards the ceiling. And as we exhale, find cat pose. So round your back body, hug your chin in towards your chest. Yeah, think Halloween cat, really lovely. And let's just go in between the two. So breathe in, lift your chest, lift your chin, lift your heart up. And then breathe out for cat, right? Rounding the back body. Yeah, just like that, really nice. A couple more. We breathe in for cow to lift the chin and lift the chest. And then breathe out for cat, really pressing the back towards the back of the chair. Really good, everybody. Inhale for cow, lifting the heart, lifting the gaze up. And breathe out for cat. So the idea here is that we're really beginning to warm up through the spine. Inhale for cow pose. And exhale for cat pose. Really nice work. Really beautiful. And then from here, I'm just going to turn back so I'm facing you. And again, let's see if we can sit up really tall. Good. And from here, yeah, see if you can lift your left foot off the floor, hugging the left knee in towards your body. Yeah, as best as you can. And then from here, let's see if we can awaken the ankle. So begin to twirl out through the ankle, right? Making circles with the ankle as best as you can. Yeah. And if you're only going in one direction, right? See if you can go in the opposite direction as well. Yeah, really taking this time to warm up all the different muscles in the foot. Yeah, beautiful. Awesome. And then from here, let's see if we can lift the knee up a little bit higher and give it a big, big, big squeeze. Yeah, give it a hug. Yeah. Take one more full breath in right here. And as you exhale, just gently, slowly release that foot down. Good. Sit up nice and tall. Yeah, good adjustments. Let's try that on the other side. So if you can, the hands can come on the front of the knee and you can lift the foot up. Good, yeah, and same idea, right? We're just twirling out through that ankle. Yeah, just warming up through the ankle, the sole of the foot. Right, not something that most of us probably do that often. So just sending a little bit more love and care, yeah. And if you're only going in one direction, see if you can go in the other direction as well. Really nice work, everybody. And then see if you can hug that knee up in a little bit more. Like give it a tight squeeze, give it a hug. Yeah, yeah, one more big breath in. And as you exhale, slowly lower that foot on down. Good. From here, hands on the legs, sit up tall. Good. See if you can hover one heel off the floor. And then see if you can lower that heel down. Let's try that on the other leg. So see if you can hover the left heel up or the opposite heel up. And then lower it down. Inhale, lift the heel up. And exhale, lower it down. Inhale, lift the right heel up. And exhale, lower it down. Good. Let's do that one more time. Inhale, lift the left heel up. Exhale, lower it down. And then inhale, lift the right heel up. And lower it down. Good. Awesome. Best as you can, right? Knees are bent and feet are reaching towards the floor. See if maybe you can scoot a little bit more forward in your chair. Yeah. And then can you reach your arms forward towards me and maybe up towards your ears? Yeah. This pose is called chair pose. So last week we did it without the chair. And I thought this week it would be fun to try it with the chair, right? So we're just imagining that we're the piece of furniture that we're seated on, right? Chair pose, knees are bent, feet are on the floor, arms reach high, right? This is a pose that creates a lot of strength in the body, maybe a little bit of heat. Take one more big breath in. So nice. I love everybody's version. And exhale, lower the hands down, right? Shake it out. Again, that might be a lot of work on the shoulders. Good. Beautiful. And from here, see if you can widen your feet out a little bit. So out a little bit wider. And see if you can turn your heels in towards one another and your toes out. And then remember that open book arms or those goalpost arms? Yeah. Yeah, so this shape is called horse pose. And I know it doesn't really look like a horse, but that's what it's called. See if we can have our open arms, open book arms, inhale. And as we exhale, can we close the book together, right? Elbows and hands come in front. Good. Yeah, a couple more times. Inhale. Open your book. Really nice job. Exhale. Close your book. Good. Two more like that. Inhale. Open your book. Excellent. Exhale. Close your book. Final one. Inhale, open your book. And exhale, close your book. Good. Bring the feet back in, drop the hands down. Really nice work, everybody. From here, we're going to transition a little bit. So we're actually going to come off of our chair and come to standing. And from here, we're going to use our chair as a support for a little bit of balance. So you can either stand beside the chair. I'm just going to move my chair a little bit, right? I'm on my yoga mat, my soft space, right? So you can either have both hands on the back of the chair or one hand, and that's up to you, right? Let's come to standing if we haven't already. And we're going to work a little bit on balance, right? So we're going to take some of the things that we did seated and we're going to try and do them standing, okay? Beautiful. So first I want you to feel as if you could be really rooted down through your feet, almost as if you could imagine that you had, right, a root system, right, beneath your feet, giving you that strength to really sit up tall. And then can you reach one arm or maybe both arms overhead? So this is called mountain pose. And feel as if you could be as strong and sturdy as a mountain, right? You might even imagine that your fingers or your head are up in the sky. That's how tall you are, right? That's how sturdy you are. So lovely. Take one more big breath in right here. And one more big breath out. And then slowly lower the hands down. Good. And one or both hands on the back of the chair. And from here, I'd like you to see if you can hover one heel off the floor. So I'm starting with hovering my right heel. Good. And the toes can stay down, and then exhale, I'll lower that heel down. Now I'll switch legs. So inhale, hover the left heel. The toes can stay down, and exhale, lower the heel. Switch legs. Inhale, lift one heel up. Good. And then exhale, lower the heel down. Inhale, lift the other heel up. And exhale, lower the heel down. Let's do that one more time each side. Inhale, lift one heel up. And then exhale, lower it down. Really nice, everybody. Last one. Inhale, lift the other heel up. Good. And then exhale, release the heels down. Let's take a really big breath in and find mountain pose with one or both arms. That's up to you, right? One hand can stay on the chair if you like. And then see if as you exhale, you can lower the hand right back down. So we did this seated, right? We're just trying it standing this time. Inhale, lift the arms up and overhead, think mountain pose, so reaching towards the clouds. And then exhale, lower the arms on down. So good, everybody. Yeah, you might try and do it with your other classmates, right? Inhale, arms up. Hi. And exhale, lower the arm down. Beautiful. Let's do that one more time. So inhale, lift the arm or the arms up. And exhale, lower it down. Good. Shake that out. From here, let's test out our balance a little bit more. So that same thing where you can have one hand touching the back of your chair or both. I'm just going to have one so that I can face towards you, but you just do whatever you need to do, okay? From here, I'd like you to think about those mountain legs, so really strong, sturdy legs. And then can you shift the weight into your left leg or into one leg? And then hover the opposite heel up. If you feel a little bit out of balance, right, the hand can go onto your chair, it can come out. And then see if you can hover the foot up. And it can always touch back down, but we're just sort of getting a sense for what our balance is like today. Yeah, if you fall out of it, to see if you can try it again. So good. Yes, such good concentration. And then slowly lower that. Good. Now let's just do that on the other side. So shift your weight into your opposite leg. For me, that's my right leg. And then I'm going to hover my left heel. And then I'll see if I can maybe hover the left toes up. Yeah, and then maybe one hand will come out or both hands are on the chair. Yeah, just checking out what our balance is like on this side. Really good, everybody. Release that. Good. Awesome. And then from here, let's try that again. So shift your weight into one leg. And then hover the opposite heel. But this time, let's add on a little bit. Can you allow that knee to open up? And all of a sudden, we're in tree pose. So your tree pose can stay like this, right? Or kind of like we did before, you can lift the toes up. Maybe the foot comes to the ankle, right? Both hands can be on the chair. The toes can be down. Yeah, so good. Beautiful. And then just release that, right? Maybe shake it out. Sometimes that can be a lot on the foot or the ankle, right? That's balancing for us. And let's just try that on the other side, okay? So shift your weight into the opposite leg and see if you can hover the other heel up. And then open the knee out. And we're in tree pose, right? So you might stay here. You might hover the toes up. You might reach an arm out. You might bring the foot to the ankle. And trees can be more windy, right? And blowing in the wind, or they can be really still. Yeah. Beautiful, really nice to release that. And let's just shake it out. Just shake out your arms, shake out your legs. Really good work. Awesome. Okay. So from here, we are going to move our chair. So we don't need our chair right now. So we can move the chair off of our yoga mat, right? Somewhere where it's just out of our way. Doesn't have to be too far, but just take the chair out of the equation. And from here, as best as you know how, we're going to make our way down to our mat for the first time. So go ahead and come on down to your mat. Good. Yeah, and some of you might like to move the angle of your laptop screen or computer screen a little bit, or phone screen, whatever you're using. Yeah, and from here, we're going to come to tabletop pose. So just kind of as it sounds, right? Hands and knees as if we were a coffee table, right? So we've already been a chair today, now we're a table. Our knees are more or less under our hips, and our hands are more or less underneath our shoulders. And kind of like that mountain pose, right? We feel really rooted through the hands and through the legs. And if you remember cow, cat, right, that's what we're going to do here. So let's inhale for cow, drop your belly down, lift your chest, lift your chin up, and see if you can lift your butt up, right? This is cow pose. And with an exhale, find cat pose. So Halloween cat, right? We arch our back up, we hug our chin in. Good, and we'll just go through that a couple more times. So breathe in for cow, belly down, chest up, tail up. And then exhale for cat. Round the spine, right? Puff up your back towards the ceiling. Inhale for cow. Really nice work, everybody. And then exhale for cat pose, arching the spine. Let's do that 2 more times. So breathe in for cow, drop your belly, lift your chest, lift your tail. And breathe out for cat, round the spine. Beautiful. Final one. Inhale for cow. And then exhale for cat, arching the back up, hugging the chin in. And from here, as best as you know how, I'd like you to slither all the way down onto your mat so that your belly is touching the floor. All right, so just make your way on down. The legs are long back behind you. Good. Yeah, we kind of make our way there as best as we can. So if you can have your hands under your shoulders, and let's find Cobra Pose. So think snake, right? As you lift your chest off the floor, we're really strengthening our back. And then exhale, just lower the chest down. The forehead can find the mat. And we'll do it a couple more times. So inhale to lift the chest, right? Stay really strong through the legs. And then exhale, lower the chest on down. Lovely. Couple more. Breathe in for Cobra Pose. So beautiful, those that I can see. And exhale, lower the chest down. How about one more time? Inhale, Cobra. Really think about shining your heart forward. And then exhale, release. From here, bring one hand on the mat and the other hand on top of that. So we're making a little pillow. And see if you can lower your forehead down on that pillow. So this is called Crocodile Pose. I think because crocodiles are, you know, pretty long and stay pretty low. And see if you can just take a moment to rest here. Relax through the belly, relax through the forehead. And just take a moment to be here. And together, let's take a really big breath in. And a really big breath out. And in your own time, we're going to make our way to child's pose. So to get there, right, bring the hands back under your shoulders. And press up to table pose, right, hands and knees. Yeah. And then the knees come out towards the edges of the mat. So they're wide, the toes might come to touch. And then sink the hips back towards the heels, child's pose. Forehead is down on the mat. If you like the feeling of crocodile pose with the hands underneath the forehead, you can do that. If you have a pillow handy and you'd prefer to rest your forehead on the pillow, you can do that. I'd like you to stay where you are, and I'm just going to check out your shapes. Yeah, it looks so good. So remember that balloon breath that we began class with? See if you can really allow your belly to expand like a balloon. And then from here, you're welcome to stay where you are or walk the hands over to one side of your mat. Allow the forehead to lower right back down and find more of a side body stretch in your child's pose. And you can always take a look at me if you're not quite sure. But it'd be something like this. Good. And if you walked your hands over to one side, make sure you take the time to walk your hands over to the other side as well. All right, so we stretch out the opposite side of our body. And then slowly, we'll come back to child's pose and just sit on up. If you'd like to get some water, now is a really good time to get a sip of water, right? Always giving our body water if it gets thirsty, right? And you're always welcome to get water whenever you need it. You don't have to wait for me to tell you, okay? Beautiful. Check the time. Ooh, okay. And then from here, what I'll have everybody do is make sure you have that pillow, some sort of pillow handy. And from here, we're going to lay on our backs. So our back will be down against our mat or down against the floor. We're going to kind of transition to this part of our practice, right? So the back is on the floor, and same idea. You might want to shift the angle of your camera a little bit. Good, and make sure you have that pillow handy. If you don't have a pillow, maybe it's a folded up blanket, maybe it's some folded up towels. Make your way down onto your back as best as you can in a way that you know best. Awesome. And it might feel nice just to rest on your back for a moment. See if you can bend your knees and bring your feet so they're flat on the floor. And then with that pillow or that soft cushion, see if you can bring it between the knees. And yeah, nice to have an adult help you too. And then just allow the legs to fall over to one side. See if the arms can be wide, and this is called a supine twist. So this is just about finding a twist in the body. If it feels okay in your body, in your neck, and your shoulders, you might gaze away from your knees. And you might see if once again you can find those balloon breaths. So with every inhale, the belly gets really big like a balloon. And with every exhale, maybe you can just relax a little bit deeper into the mats or feel the support of the pillow a little bit more. Take a deep breath in, really fill up through the belly, find that balloon breath. And a deep breath out here. Big breath in, belly rises. And big breath out, belly falls. One more full breath in. And one more full breath out. Really nice, everybody. From here, I'll have you move really slowly, but replant the feet on the mat. And the pillow can stay between the legs if that feels okay. And all we're going to do is do this on the other side. So the legs will fall in the opposite direction. The arms are wide towards the sides of the room. And you might look away from your knees if that feels okay in your neck. And if you don't like the support of the pillow between the legs, you can always get rid of it. See if you can place your body in a way that feels really comfortable here. And you might once again see if you can come back to your balloon breath. So breathing into the belly, letting the belly get really big like a balloon. And then breathing out and releasing through the belly. Inhale to fill up the belly like a balloon. And exhale, releasing all that air. Full breath in through the nose. And full breath out. Together, let's take one more really big breath in. And one more big breath out. And from here, always moving really gently and really slowly, right? Come back through center. So rebend your knees and bring your feet on the floor. From here, you can gently remove that pillow and just place it somewhere else off of your mat. From here, we're going to transition into our last pose today. And all you have to do for this pose is to straighten out through the legs and straighten out through the arms. This is called final resting pose. And it's all about finding a body placement that feels really comfortable. If it's helpful, again, you might feel as if you could breathe a balloon into the belly as you inhale. And then just exhale, releasing all that air. You might see if you can allow the parts of your body that are touching the floor. So for me, that's the back of my head, the back of my arms, back of my legs, my upper back. Just to feel really supported by the floor underneath me. My belly continues to rise and fall as I continue to breathe in and out. And your eyes can be opened or your eyes can be closed. But just giving yourself this time here just to relax. After we've moved our entire body, right, we've warmed up everything from our eyeballs to our toes. So just giving the body a little time to rest and relax after all of that movement. You all did such a good job today. So see if you can just allow the body to relax as best as you know how. This might feel especially nice if maybe you had a busy week or a busy weekend. From here, let's bring one hand onto the belly and the other hand on top of the belly. And see if on the ground we can find these balloon breaths. We inhale through the nose and allow the belly to really rise up towards the ceiling. And then breathe out and just allow the belly to relax. Take a deep breath and allow the belly to rise up. And a full breath out, belly drops down. 2 more. Full breath in, belly rises. And full breath out, belly drops. Last one, big breath in. And big breath out. So nice. From here, I'd like you to roll onto one side as best as you can, maybe bending into the knees. Right, and this is called Seedling Posture. So you might imagine yourself as a tiny little seed in the ground, right, waiting for spring before we sprout up. And see if you can press into the floor through the hands and slowly rise up. And take a seat facing towards me. And the seat can either be on the mat, or if your chair is still nearby, you're welcome to sit in your chair. But from here, once everybody gets settled, we'll close together. And then that option to open it up and ask any questions or any comments. We'll take another moment and wait for everybody to meet us in that seat. Yeah, and I'll scoot a little bit more forward so you can see me a little bit better. Yeah. It's nice to see everybody's faces after that, right? Let's place one hand on the heart and the other hand on top of that one. Good. And from here, just take a moment to give gratitude for your body and all that it does for you and all that it supports you in. The teacher in me honors the teacher in each of you. Thank you so much for being here.